Today's market is providing some extra challenges for those that are looking for jobs, and if you are in that market or you're an employer that's wondering how to handle it, we've got an expert for you joining me right now. Tom Dimmick joins us from Wilkes-Barre in Pennsylvania at DK Search. Tom, thanks for being with us today.
Good morning, Terry. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you again, too. Well, we always enjoy talking with you because you've got some good information on what we need to do and what job seekers can do. First of all, what are you seeing happening in today's market?
Today's market is a difficult one at best. There are so many candidates and so few positions. Most of the corporations that I work with are still consolidating, but that leaves some opportunities for people. And I think that those are some of the things today that I'd sure like to talk about as we go forward.
Sounds good. Well, let's do that. So we're interested in the opportunities. Let's cut right to the chase. You're right there on the cutting edge. You're dealing with people every day that are coming in looking for a job. What are the opportunities that are out there?
What I've seen so far in this period of economic decline, companies are willing to hire and they are looking to hire, but they have made a very concerted effort to change the hiring paradigms that they have.
How are they doing that?
Well, probably the biggest thing that they are doing is that they are taking two positions. For example, if the president has 5 direct reports, a vice president of sales, a vice president of marketing, a CFO, a CIO, and perhaps a vice president of operations, what that president will do will be to combine the vice president of sales and the vice president of marketing and have one vice president of sales and marketing. Mm-hmm. So they'll take 2 lower, more specialized positions, consolidate it into a generalist position, go out and hire, upgrade the skills of both of those people into a broader capacity, and as a result of that, create a new position that has greater breadth and depth to it, and greater breadth and depth required of the candidate.
Okay, so we see that kind of consolidation there. So as a candidate, if you're looking for the job, what are some things we need to do specifically so that we can avail ourselves of those opportunities?
First and foremost, candidates need to very clearly define, not just in their own minds, but they really need to have a plan to re-enter the marketplace.
Good point.
Certainly, as you're a marketeer, you know that without a marketing plan, you really kind of stumble around and hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's never a good idea, but it's particularly a bad idea in this economy.
Yeah, hope is not a good strategy.
Yeah. That's right. It's not much of a strategy at all. And I think that one of the things people need to know is that there really is a way to this chaos of the recruiting process. One of the best things that people can do is clearly outline the kind of company that they do want to work for and the kind of company they don't want to work for.
Okay, let me reiterate that. We had just a little bit of fun here with Skype going in there. Now it's part of the fun of technology. So reiterate the kind of company they want to work for and the kind they don't want to work for.
That's correct. That's correct. In addition, they really want to be able to determine the kind of employer that they want to work for and the kind that they do not want to work for. Mm-hmm. Let me elaborate on both of those. When you're talking about the company, there's a very, very big difference, no pun intended, between a $5 billion corporation and a $5 million corporation.
Yes.
If you like working in a smaller environment with wearing many more hats and a broader span of control, a great deal more hands-on, don't look to go to a $5 billion corporation.
That makes sense.
Likewise, if you are someone that really enjoys working in a team environment, you're probably not going to enjoy working in a real small organization. You need a bigger organization because those tend to have the resources that enable you to have teams.
Yeah. So you need to step back and look at what is it that you really want to do, what you're ideally suited for, that 5 million versus 5 billion corporation.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Also, in this brave new world that has been outlined by our friends in Washington, D.C., and all of this stimulus, do you want to work for the government? There are new opportunities working for the government that may not have existed 90 days ago. Mm-hmm. And there are likely to be more opportunities in the next 90 days that we don't see on today's horizon. Mm-hmm. How can you position yourself to be able to take advantage of those things? What do you see coming down? Are you staying current with current events?
That makes sense. Staying current and being there. It sounds like what we've got to do is sharpen our focus and then sharpen our skills too. That's
correct. You're absolutely right. I would also say that people that look at organizations and say, well, I don't really care where I work or who I work for, I just want a job. The likelihood is that that job will elude you. More and more people need to be focused on their industry and where they fit in that industry. Are you high tech? Are you low tech? Are you food? Are you retail? Where are you? What is it that you want to do? Who is it that you want to work for? And what kind of an opportunity is it that you are really seeking?
Yeah, Tom, I agree with you on that. Very important to be specific on what we want. However, the reality, and I know some of our viewers will be looking at it saying, I just need a job. I'm hungry. You know, the bills are due, and it's that pressure that's there. What would you say to that person sitting in front of you saying, hey, I'll do anything right now. I just desperately need a job?
I would say that if you are truly desperate, there are some desperation moves that you can do, one of which is consulting, as I'm sure you know. Don't leave a blank spot on your resume. Don't tell a prospective employer that you've been unemployed for 9 months. Mm-hmm. That's not a good plan. Do something. Even if it's only in your own mind that you're doing it and you haven't been able to earn any income at doing it, nevertheless, work at it. You'll find that the work itself is of benefit to you because it equips you with new information and new skills and perspectives as to how to make yourself more valuable in the marketplace.
Very good. Well, Tom, as always, you've got some good real-world applications and ideas that help us right now. If someone wants to get in touch with you, I know you've got other ways you can help them and many other things available. What's the best way for them to reach you?
Best way to reach me is to go to my website. My website is www.dksearchinc.com. They can view the previous video that you and I have done, as well as when this one's ready, I'll put this video up there too. My email is there. Send me an email or give me a phone call. One of the things I'd recommend, I have produced a couple of papers, one of which is 5 things that you need to do to be prepared for this new economy.
Oh, very good. So they can find out about that. So if you watching this video are interested in some practical, specific things that work today, here's your chance. Tom has that available. Get in touch with him and you can get some good information. Tom, thank you very much for joining us. As always, it's great to see you, and we'll look forward to talking with you again.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure.